Okay, go back to now about the dogs and the cats.
Yeah. Now I know that. Okay, if anybody was to go now and look at the dog, they would see that Maggie looks good. Like she's got some body weight on her. They could see that Shadow has put on weight. That's because I've been feeding them. I tell you, these dogs, maybe they don't look like they're starving, not like dogs in India, but they are severely malnourished. They're not getting the nourishment that she needs. Same with the Parliament pig. It's the same with the dog.
Okay. So before you started feeding them food on the side, the dogs, what was she feeding them before you were opening up cans of actual meat to feed them? What was the food she was feeding them, and how much was it that she was giving them?
She would get half a cup of kibble, spread it out among all 6 dogs, and then just a small bowl of brown rice with some canned veggies, and sometimes it would be a few pieces of frozen veggies. But that's all they got, once a day. When I was feeding them, they were so starving that they were almost biting my fingers off.
Yeah, because they're hungry, yeah.
And then the same thing with the cat. They're crying and crying for that cat food. All they get is the dry kibble. Yeah,
it's what it's what she has been feeding them for some time now. Even though we have a back room full of old cat food that she gets dropped off by volunteers, and including companies that have given her food, but she never uses the soft stuff. There's including out in the cat room outside, there's countless hundreds of cans of it going to waste. Where other animal sanctuaries could have used this, they're now all overdue, and they've been getting frozen, and they've been heated up by the summer heat. She gave me some the take out of there. The take home, and I looked at the date on them, and they were already a year over expired. And she says that they're fine to give the animals over expired. It doesn't matter that it won't hurt the animals to feed them over expired food. So that's what I was feeding the cats. The cats are crying for food all the time. So the inside ones are harder to feed because she's right there. Yeah. But the outside cats, I always made sure that their bowls were full twice a day with the canned food. And I didn't know how old it was. I didn't realize how old it was. It looked pretty old. But I made sure twice a day that it was full. Each, I don't know, I did maybe 6, 7 bowls. Okay, have you ever been in the cat room inside the house?
Oh my God.
Can you describe me what you've seen in there?
Holy shit. The litter boxes, when I first went in there, I was cleaning out the litter boxes every day.
Yeah.
When I first went in there, the litter boxes were, the diarrhea, the shit, the piss, it was all just swimming in there. It was just one big goop of diarrhea, poop, and piss. Okay,
and the smell. What was when you walk in there? How did it make you feel to breathe and with your eyes? What was it like on your body to walk into?
It was completely sickening. It was completely sickening. You know, I want to retch. I feel like vomiting. I mean, there's no exaggeration on that. I just feel like vomiting. It's hard to breathe in there. I just have to kind of just try to bear it. And there's shit everywhere. There's still shit everywhere.
Okay, are you talking about around the outside of the cat room, around the kitchen and stuff like that? Are the animals still going into her sink and pissing and crapping in on the dishes in the sink still?
I didn't see it on the sink, but I saw it on the counters. The stove.
So on the stove, the counter, they're still doing that.
Oh yeah, the floors, of course. And but they are, again, they're severely malnourished. There's no kibble in nature. Kibble doesn't exist in nature. They need that
Yeah, so there's no like mixture of anything, and okay.
You see, the cats especially need meat, and they're not getting it. She's not giving them that canned meat.
Yeah, so she's not giving, like, she's just giving them the whatever she happens to have on hand, which is usually the cheapest of cheap stuff.
Exactly.
Except for the other time that we get donations of really good cat food, but at one time she could only afford the cheaper stuff, but now that she has the money to afford proper cat food, she's still obviously not buying it. Okay,
No.
So and now that it's time that the cats should be outside, she's still keeping them in the house, all hoarded up in there. There's like 30 cats in that room.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The other thing is, Maggie and Shadow want to get out of that yard. She's got freaking 50 acres, but she won't let them out of the yard. She's got it Maggie was actually able to escape, but then, excuse my language, but fucking Marlene went and boarded it all up so Maggie couldn't get out. They want to get out and explore now that the weather's warmer.
Yeah.
She's got them imprisoned in that backyard.
Okay, the condition of that yard? Is it just as bad as when I left, or is it worse now?
Well, when around the time the SPCA first came after you left, Marlene cleaned it up.
Okay, so they did it. So when they knew that the SPCA was coming, they did a quick cleanup to make it look better.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They did a quick cleanup. But the dogs, Maggie and Shadow and Dawson in particular, they want to get out and they want to explore outside. They want to stretch their legs. They want to sniff around. But she never lets them out. Never takes them for a walk.
No.
They need to go for a walk.
Well, that's exactly.
And they try to escape out of that yard all the time. They need some exercise.
Yeah.
They need to go wandering around and roaming through the property. It's all fenced off, for God's sake. No one's going to come and take her dog.
Yeah.